there are a lot of things to consider when creating a design, and one of it is your background, because the background projects everything about what design is. So in this video we'll be learning how to create some kind of background, and I'll be explaining how to blend backgrounds together in order to match what you are actually communicating. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So we have different kind of background, and some of them are just listed in. So we have many of them, so I'll be explaining them step by step. So the first thing first is we have a plain background, which is using a single color. So when you come right here and you select any color at all, so they are good for designing. Okay, so another way of selecting color is also using gradients. So we have plain colors and we have options to select multiple colors. So using colors like this, they work really fine. They work more better than using a plain color. So instead of using a natural purple right here, you can use a gradient of purple. So how do you create colors like you just click on the plus icon? So this is selected already. I will just have to click on the plus icon. So I want to create a gradient like this. Okay, so let me quickly explain. So right here on the top right here, I will just select a normal color. So I'll just leave it to green, and I'll to the one that is below right here. So it's still the same color, but it is darkened right here, and you click on OK. So now using this kind of color, it's really amazing. So you can see, rather than using a plain color like this one, so it's more fun using a gradient compared to using a plain color. So another way of creating background, let me quickly explain, is just using this method. So let's quickly explore this. I will just select a shape. So once you've created this gradient fill like this, just select your place and your shape, and you click on circle. So you want to reduce the opacity to 0 and increase your stroke width to something like this. So you increase your blur radius also to the extreme, and you want to come to the gradient for the stroke. So then you select the color used as the background. So you can adjust it if you would prefer that. So I just adjust this like this, and I'll click on OK. So we have something like this, and I'll just move it down like this. Just make sure it is closed. So once you are done like this, then click on OK, and you want to increase the size of the shape like this. So I'll just make a copy of this, and I'll position them in accordance. So I'll make a copy of this like this. I'll make a copy of this like this. So let's lock it and let's see the outcome. So alright, here you can see, rather than using a plain colors, you can actually make use of colors like this. So for that, you can also use pattern to as color, but for this one, let me move this to the front. So for this one, when you use pattern to create something like, let's stretch this out. So I can just come to my erase color. So I'll come to my erase color, then I will enable it. So once it is removed, I can change my normal color to green. So I have this green right here, and I can further adjust the color like so. So I can just adjust it like this. Now I'm good. I'll click on OK. So I can just come to my opacity, and I'll reduce it like this. So check it out. You can see the feel on the design. So the design is good to go, and you can start importing your elements. So just like this design, so I'll move this also to the front. So I want you to check this out. So this design is made with gradients, and you can see the outcome. You can see it's really amazing and it's really cool. So let's just try and learn how we create this. So I'll just move some of the elements I used for this background to the front. So I'll move this to the front, and I'll move this also to the front. Okay, so I can now delete all this one. So let me just hide this. So So I'm sorry, the image is distorted, so I'll just have to adjust it. I don't know why, so I just have to adjust them. So this is not the ratio, so it's just, I don't know why it's distorted. So I'll just further increase this like this. So when you want to use background like this, that the color are not matching well with the main background, what you need to do is to come to your color filter and you select it. So you want to adjust it like this. So you want to get the green stuff. So if you've achieved that, you can come to your saturation, work on your contrast, and so once you are satisfied, you can just click on OK. So I just come to my opacity and you reduce it like this. It's not necessary everything shows, so you can just leave it to 19 or 20. So I'll just lock this. So this one also, you want to come to your color filter, you want to adjust it to green like this. I can work on my saturation, on my brightness, and I'm good to go. So I can just increase it like this. Now reduce my opacity also. So this is awesome. So the background is making more sense. Okay, so here we have it right here. So I can, so let me just hide all this. So you can see this design. Let me also move this to the front. So you can see this design right here. So this is 100 like this. So you can see this design. When you check the background, you can see this is a church flyer design. You can see that there is an image of people worshiping and this kind of lens flare on it. So it is achieved in order, the background is used in order to communicate that kind of, you can see the theme soak in worship. So in order to communicate such kind of thing. So when you want to design some particular thing, you want your background to also communicate more about what you are trying to say. So for background like this, let's just try this out. So I'll move this to the front and I want to use 2 to 3 backgrounds together. I'll move this to the front. Okay, so I think I'm good. Okay, so these are the elements I want to use for this background. So I want to explain something right here. So for this, I'll be using my background as black. So I'll be selecting a plain black. Yes, this is just black. And I will come to this last edge right here. You want to click on noise. So I'll just enable my noise. So I'll increase my alpha to 30 and my hands to 15 like so. So I'll click on OK. So I want you to look at the effect that is going to come out. So I want to hide these two. So I'll just increase it like this. So you can see this is a concert stuff and it's already explaining more about the design. So I'll just come to something like this. So if I choose to work on the color, so let me just increase the saturation and it's good like this. I want to reduce my opacity like so. So you can see the effect that is applied on. Let me just show you the difference. So this is it without the noise effect and here is it without with the effect. So you can see how great it is. So even using the noise effect has actually helped me to make the background more awesome. So you can go try it out so that you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say right here. So I'll move this to the front. So to this next background, I can also increase it like this. So it's purple enough. So I'll just come to my opacity and I would reduce it like this and like this. So I can further reduce the adjustment. So here we have it like this. So I'll just lock this. So with the help of this, you can see that we've achieved the effect that is shown around here. So you can see. So this is how you can actually create background like this. Also on this background, you can notice the noise effect, how cool it is. So you can start using the noise effect to create awesome backgrounds like this. Okay, so further we can also use this effect. This is just grunge effect, so I'll just move it to the front, and I can also increase it like this. So it's not really necessary, but on some of your designs you can apply them, see how it works, and if it is cool, then you are good to go. So you don't want all elements to be that visible, you just want to perceive the effect on it. So 3 is okay. So this is cool, this is great design, and you can start adding your elements rather than using sometimes plain colors. Though depending on how creative you are, you can use plain color to achieve good thing, but if you want to just make it more spicy, and you get, so I'm sorry if there's English like that. So another way you also want to create background is by using this trick. So let me quickly show you. So I want to use my color as white background just on this. At first I'll just click on OK. So you want to come to your shape, and you select your gradient color. So I'll click on the plus icon, and the the slide around there, I'll just come, I can just adjust it to black like this, and I would adjust this also to selecting this. I'll adjust this to, I'll move it to the extreme, so no color at all. So I can just adjust the slide like this, and I'm good to go. So with this kind of gradient, I'll just click on OK, and you want to come to your texture. So here we've successfully import our stuff, and I'll click on the square in order to get this done, and I'll click on OK. So right here you can see that the background is blended perfectly at the bottom. So this is another way of blending backgrounds. So if you want to blend, you can blend 2 to 3 backgrounds with this, and you can see the outcome. It's really cool and really great. So if you want more, I can also create more tutorials on that. So let me know your thoughts if this is really helpful, and do well to like and share, and I would love to see you guys in my next upload. Peace.